camera. You're going to want this on the right. That big green thing on your right is the world's largest rose watering machine right there. Over San Antonio, what do you expect? Off to the left, Lava, Iphyastrid, little village. In the 1700s, the Spaniards had this area. In the 1800s, the Germans had it. Now it's an artisan alley. You want to buy some art on the river, there you go. Straight ahead, seating for 800. It's the Edward P. Arson River Theater, named in honor of our chief engineer. The WPA. They did all the work from 39 to 41 for the Riverwalk. And on the right, Sandra Bullock made that stage famous. Miss Congeniality was filmed right there on your right.
Oh, yeah.
And look at those 5 bells on your right. Those 5 bells honor our first 5 Taco Bell. Now, our first 5 missions. The center bell has Robert Huckman's name on it. Robert Huckman, the father of our Riverwalk in 1929. He was a 27-year-old UT graduate from here. He submitted plans to the city for everything you see here. Sidewalks, waterfalls, floodgates, everything. Well, the city accepted those plans, did his impressions, work was not completed until 2021. On your right, the Briscoe Western Art Museum inside stands stores on to be established. Over your head is the home of the yellow-crowned night herring. They go after crawfish, baby ducks, and snakes. They're very good hunters, but you know what's most important about them big birds? It's why we wear these hats. That's my 3rd hat. Straight ahead, the Crescent Street Bridge. Crescent means dam or barricade. Back in the day, there was a dam here that directed water off the missions. When it was no longer needed, it became a street bridge. Now, June 13th, 1691, European explorers took a second look at this river. It happened to be the feast day of St. Anthony. You saw him earlier. So they wanted to have a Catholic mass to bless the event, bless the river. They did that. 300 years later, we put a beacon sculpture up on that mass. That's what's on your right. Father Mass main table sits on a heart-shaped marriage island. We average 1 marriage a day there through the year. They claim it's lucky to get married there. I was married there 3 times. The Navarra Street Bridge marks the lowest spot in the river. In the 1800s, Teddy Roosevelt crossed here. Nate Lewis's mill was on the right. Now imagine water 8 feet over the top of this bridge. That's how deep a flood was in 1921. There were 50 people killed downtown. It was awful. The city father said, look, why don't we just pay business? It'd be better for everybody. We don't need to have a reason. We had for still 80 to go down to San Antonio Conservation Society in 1960. They said no. It was a review river. They had not going to do with Robert Huckman's plan. The reason why you're floating in that tonight. Straight ahead, that red dome, Carver County Courthouse, ever since 1896, has been the largest and competitive operational courthouse in the whole state. Right front was our old main library, now International Business Center. And next in from 1919, 1963, it was our San Antonio Drug Company, now home with Queen Hotel. But over your head, it was the tallest building west of Mississippi for decades. Our tower line building opened 1929 with a gargoyle at the top. Also, one-story up. Those spaces are called grotesque. Part of the neo-Gothic architecture of the day. Straight ahead, that green light tells your safety goes through Floodgate 4. Floodgate 4 comes up out of the water like a drawbridge to protect the natural flow should we have a storm. Off the left of that green light, 138 miles, we find the Guadalupe only to go. That's where all this water goes. But 4 miles north of here, the water comes right out of the ground. The Incarnate Word University has the spring. It goes through our park, our zoo, and becomes what you're in. The San Antonio River, now it's a real river. Snakes, turtles, frogs, and a new ADA ramp on the right here, destined to be a skateboarder's paradise. Now I have to blow this horn. I forgot to do it last night, and I got a shock. Coming at me right here last night was a full-size Carnival cruise ship. I don't know how it got in here, what it was doing, but I guarantee you, I'll do it again. But I hope y'all can swim. You're going 4 feet deep.
No.
20 feet deep. The flood zone was dug from 26 to 29. Off to the right, 600 feet of sidewalk, $2 million of concrete. Mr. Drury gave our city. Sure makes it easier to walk along this part of the river. It ties into his hotel on the right. That's the Drury Plaza. But in 1929, that was Rivals National Bank. Take our water taxi up the North Channel 2 miles from here. You'll go through the only recreational log jam in the country. It goes up about 9 feet of water. It's kind of fun. If you've never done it, off to the left in 1731, Spaniards from the Canary Islands set up the first municipality in the entire state of Texas, right up those stairs to your left. In 1738, the San Fernando deal as well. Now you know this wasn't always America. This was Mexico. Look at this monster of a tree. It's 9 stories tall. It's 350 years old.
This one is?
It's a twin trunk Montezuma cypress. It's a beautiful tree today and has an ugly past. Back in the day, Mexicans would hide up in that tree and shoot at Texans coming down the river for water. They called it the sniper tree. One of our guys got smart, put a guy up in the Holiday Inn over there, took him right out. So we're back to now you're making a turn to plug gate 3 ways 3 times, 15 minutes brings it down. Up there on the right, those black stairs lead up the Esquire Bar. They're the oldest bar, RIVERWALK is the longest one in all of Texas. And on the left, this beautiful old building opened in 1921 is our CPS building where we carry utilities. Now it's our Drury Suite Hotel. Imagine the flood of 21. The water went all the way up to the second floor windows. That is deep water. And out there on the right, where our boat is parked, that's one of our docks. But in 1926, it was a silent movie house with a Worldshire pipe organ. It's been renovated. It was recently a live music theme show. The organ was back in place. It was and is our Mayan theme. Aztec Theater coming up on your right. And just past it, that old gold brick building marks the spot of the L. Frank saddlery, the largest saddlery on the globe in 1918. Now it's the Macaro Hotel, an Omni property. Who saw the movie Selena? Looking right there, her bridge. Selena in real life got engaged right there. Also Jennifer Lopez is her in the film. Now off the left in 1853, this opened as St. Mary's School for Boys. Then it became St. Mary's Law School. Then St. Mary's University moved into the part of the city. A fourth generation graduate of the boys' school, bought it in 66. Opened in 68 as La Mansión del Rio, meaning mansion on the river. It's a very exclusive hotel. It's an Omni property. Y'all remember the Lifestyles, Rich and Famous TV show? This hotel was featured on there twice. Well, once was reruns, so I don't know if that counts as twice, but it was on there. Also, it's the only hotel in our entire city we actually have record President Bill Clinton stayed there. With that reason.
Where's your chicken booth?
I need all the cameras up. Once again, all cameras up and to the left.
Up and to the left.
Now, I said that clear as a bell last night. Still, some guy took a picture of the bottom of that bridge. I'm not sure why. At the count of 3, 2, and 1. There it is. The Nix Hospital opened in 1930. It was our first fully operational and air-conditioned hospital. But it was one of the first air-conditioned hospitals in the nation. But look over here today. Carol Burnett was born right there. On the bar over there. Now this is South Bend, part of the river. You're going to have some good times. This is fun. Straight ahead of the boat, 16 stories tall. I read it says home by design. That hotel was through extensive sunset testing to make sure it would never cast a shadow on our most beloved property in the city. that's our Alamo. Directly across the street. By the way, it's not. In fact, people ask, what's the quickest way to the Alamo? It's right through the lobby. Now, y'all got any money? I mean real money. Because if you do, inside that lobby, there's a blown glass store selling a 2-story tall chandelier. The price, just $1/4 of $1 million.
Wow.
And it weighs 1,000 pounds every ounce hand blown glass. They sell many of them, by the way. Now, in 1927, we were dealing with Prohibition, the era of no alcohol. So our German businessmen wanted a place where they could, play cards and talk. So they built the casino club building on your right. Then it became apartments. Alex Haley and Book Roots living there for a while. Then it became offices, a restaurant. Now it's all free. Now look all the way from the water up to that second bridge. Look at all these restaurants. And you know what's unique about every single one? Every single one of them serves fresh ducks. You did hear about the duck that walked into a bar and ordered a beer. Put it on my bill. I'm sorry, that was dumb. But if you're hungry, this is River Square. With your ticket, or we might find a coupon for something here. Also, you've got lots of options for your lunch today. You can get Mexican American, Mexican Italian, Mexican seafood, Mexican barbecue. You might actually find a Mexican restaurant here. And up there on the right, Republic Texas sign marks the spot of the Clippers building in 1941 when all this work was done. Robert Hugwood put his office right there on the right at Waterloo. He wanted to prove it was safe. Well, he was right. So a few years later, in 1946, the commissary opened on your right. They were also the first off-river boat. From the RIVERWALK Race Slam up to the fairgrounds of the World's Fair. 7 million people went right through here that year. Up in the skies, Marriott opened in 1988, but there was a problem. On that same location, we had built the Fairmont Hotel, a 3-story tall hotel, but it was of historic value. So like we do right here, we don't tear things down, we just figure another way. It took about 5 years of meetings. We put that hotel up on pneumatic tires and moved it 6 blocks to the new location. It's a working hotel today, and then went to Marriott. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records. I'm trying to save you all a SeaWorld ticket up right there. Is it working? Saving you a SeaWorld ticket. Now on the right, this waterfall does light up at night. It does aerate the water for the fish, millions of fish. Now who all has been to the Alamo? The Alamo is right through this wall, straight up street level. It's real close right here. I'm kind of proud to say I have relatives that fought at the Alamo. And seen them for a wall just last week. The mother said don't talk about it anymore. I think they worked it out. I don't know. I haven't talked to them. And on the right, those are called cypress. These are the cypress tree roots. Now we're making a turn in the convention center area, named in honor of Henry B. Gonzalez. He was the first Spanish was elected to Congress in 61. He held that title many years. Now his son holds that title. Also, best shot of the tower straight ahead. If you got about $3 million for a round, you get your condo atop the Grand Night and watch this little back again. On the left, live theater. Named in honor of our first female mayor. She held the title in the 80s and the 90s. Look above her name. That mosaic is 22 feet high. It's 130 feet wide. There's 400,000 one-inch tiles up there from 7 different countries, all natural stone colors except the blue, which is displayed on Old Gorman, the artist. Civilization, also the name of our world there that year. People ask, what's the quickest way to the Tower of America? Just straight through that breezeway ahead. In fact, it's really hard to hear. You just can't see it because that wall is in the way. But if you'd like to go up in our tower, go for it. I just hope you're not scared of heights. It's a 622-foot Scottish glass elevator. It'll get your attention. Now, we kind of call this the whitewater rafting part of the trip. We try not to need those life jackets. We do like to show you a little bit of bubbles, a little bit of nature. But at this time, I need all elbows, kiddos, everybody in off that blue rail. As we make a turn into the most narrow spot on the entire river. Guys, arms and elbows in off the blue rail. Hello. Arms and elbows inside the blue rail. Anybody watch the Survivor TV show? It's rumored we're going to have a series filmed right here on Salina. We're still waiting on equipment. I haven't seen it though. I think it's just a rumor. Nice start. And people ask, are these boats on track? Nope. Except for that one off to your left there. Because before this, it was lots of fun. When it got windy, you see the width of the rock. The width of the boat. Not much room what we can do. You bought the adventure ticket. This is the adventure part. You made it through the mine counter. Let's see if we can make it through here. We're not kidding around. Elbows in, kiddos seated. Here we go. We're still working on the Disneyland World ride. We're not quite there yet. We got a few more things to add. But we do drain this river once a year. We find tables, chairs, spoons, forks, knives, glasses, diapers, dentures, all kinds of stuff. What you won't believe we find actual, for real, diamond rings. They don't always say yes. Well, that's the truth. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Hey, we're getting close to port. You might start gathering your goodies. If you leave something on board, it stays 3 days and our loss is found. Then I put them on eBay. Well, I got 3 questions for you. Number 1, you have fun? Did you learn something? Did you get some good pictures? Never look up here until we get around the corner, into port, tie down, nobody stand up. We're on a busy waterway. That's for your safety. I'll tell you when. That's one. But number 2, our company line is through a job well done. Our drivers appreciate your tips, and we sure do. Now they got the paperwork out of the way. Let's get you back to the house. First, any questions? Number 1 question I get all the time is how do people end up in the road? It's about 2 people.
Done it.
Now, here's the trip. That's one thing. But hop in with a beer to cool off. Bring cash. Sparklings everywhere. man on this job asked me the craziest question. They said, you mind telling